figure out. One
Yeah.
challenge is, and like I kind of told you, I tried for sure trust you, but unfortunately, we've been burned too many times, so we just can't. But what do we? I
What?
mean, I would want to before or really quick before we close, we would want to make sure we basically change the keys, and get out as much as you could. But I guess what big stuff do you still need to move out,
I just got like
Daryl?
tools and stuff that's in the garage. It's not a. I mean, most of it, some of it's gonna go to the garbage, and then just tools and stuff. So that's all. I
Okay,
mean, it's not the whole.
okay.
I
So
have
maybe
stuff
if we
outside, outside the house. Those books and stuff. I'm just
okay.
toting somewhere.
So
So
that's actually good news. So because if you could have everything out of the house, because when we close and transfer the money, I want to make sure that all the like we just got to have clear possession of the house, and we would change the locks and everything just to be just it's standard practice, right? But I don't
yeah,
mind like if you still had something in the garage, yeah, I would be open to letting you go get something if you needed to get something out of the garage. Is that pretty much all you're gonna have left? Is some things in the garage after tomorrow?
there's just the stuff upstairs is just basically just like beds and stuff, and then those will be out. So I'll get those out first. Get all the easy stuff just
Okay,
right out of here. It's just the little things, and then just stuff downstairs in the living room. So,
okay.
so when
Do
do you
you
guys?
think
So how do you? What's the process going to be? So you're gonna when you close, you mean close like in 90 days or 45 days or what are you talking
like
about?
oh well yeah, so when we're going to close, I'm going to call the front end of closing, right? So that would be tomorrow. And here's the deal, and I
Okay,
know Molly's probably been anxious. We got to send that wire. We've got the wire teed up ready to go, but we've got a couple things. We got to have you guys go sign tomorrow, like all the documents. You know what? And we're going to send a notary to you guys to make it easy. And then, but
yeah,
so two things. We got to have things signed, and we got to have Daryl let us change the locks on the house. So Daryl, do you feel like by tomorrow you could get everything at least out of the house into the garage by tomorroar, say around
yeah, I could
noon or
probably
so,
do that.
or
Yeah, yeah. Stuff will
okay,
be outside, but that's
yeah,
okay. I mean, I'm not worried about the stuff outside, but I'll clean that stuff all up.
okay.
So now when you guys do this, so what are you guys gonna do? You guys gonna change the locks, and then you're gonna pay the rears. That has to be done by Friday, right? Friday morning is when they do
Bingo,
the
you're
auction.
exactly right. So that's why, and again, it's like chicken before the egg. But tomorrow, as long as I could get the locks changed and you guys sign at the same time, like I'll be sending money to I'm going to send actually. I talked to the title company. I'm going to send money probably directly to the lender because I want to send it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait till Friday, right? So I'm going to
No,
send
you
it
can't wait
tomorrow, but
till.
yeah. So I'll send it as soon as I get confirmation you guys have both signed with your notary. So maybe I'll book that notary for like early tomorrow morning. That way you could sign that, and then that way I can initiate the wire. And then, yeah, from there, like we'll change locks. We're going to get started right away. And then to answer your question, Daryl, my hope is, yeah, 60 to 90 days. I'm hoping about 30 days. Like I said, I'd like to have it listed beginning of January is a good goal because then that's when people start, after the holidays, people start buying again, you know?
Yeah, because I just seen this thing on the news with this election thing or whatever. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but bad news for home buyers or something. Maybe it's just because there's not enough homes.
Yeah, it couldn't mean higher prices. I think they've already announced they're
Yeah,
going to keep
interest
dropping
rate.
rates. I'm not sure when the next one will be,
Yeah.
but I
So
do
then,
think.
when will we be
Go
able to
ahead.
see any money? Because here's my predicament. So when I move out of here, I don't have a place to go. I mean, I can go to my kid's house, but I'm not trying to do that. I have a property up there that I'm waiting. It's $40,000, and it's got a place to stay on it. So, and I'm just waiting for that. But those guys have been waiting for me since the last month and a half. From the last deal that was supposed to
Yep.
go through. So, what about that? I mean, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find out. So, what's the situation on that? Are you guys able to release any money? I mean, you guys have the whole house tied up. You're gonna have it locked up to where we can't come in the house. So I mean, that's kind of you know, we're in the same position you are as far as um, uh, worried about getting burned or something like that. But you have my whole house locked up. So you have basically control of the
True.
house. So you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So and then I'm stuck with nothing. I mean that doesn't. I don't feel right about that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me explain a little more, Daryl. So yeah, I mean, this is what protects me, right? Because I'm literally going to go wire 52,000 some dollars.
Yeah.
Actually, plus I'm gonna have to pay title fees, so it's more like 60,000. I got to wire tomorrow, so I got to make sure by
Okay.
60K because immediately I got 60K out the door. And then I'm going to be
Yeah.
putting in another, like, and that's what I'm going to show you guys. The rehab is way more. I played with the numbers to where I think you guys will still get the same amount, but the rehab is way more that I'm going to have to put in, right? But I got to make sure. So again, I trust you, Daryl. I've had issues, and it's more so a Washington thing where like Washington can just be weird. If it was Wyoming, like people can't stick around in Wyoming, but in Washington, it's a little more. Um, they're just got like squatters' rights and stuff. And again, I'm not worried about that with you. We do it all the time, right? But I'm putting in money immediately. And then here's the thing, Daryl, like I told you guys, I don't make anything on this thing until I sell it. So I'm going to go as fast as humanly possible because it's, to me, my business is all about getting a return on my money, right? And I don't get any return until I successfully sell it.
Yeah, I understand.
Nope, lost.
Kind
Oh,
of
Daryl.
it froze up for a minute.
All good. Daryl, do you think, let me frame that up, Molly. Molly mentioned, again, and it's just in also having you out. Here's the thing, Daryl, I'm going to pay to move all that stuff out, right? Like you don't have to worry about, get what you want, but I also then I'm going to clear it out and move fast.
It'll all be done. You're not going to have it for nothing to be moved. It's on the side of the house. Okay, listen, Molly, stop. I will have this stuff. Molly, stop, Molly. I'll have the stuff moved out. The debris, there's a box of debris back there that I loaded up that was on the ground. That's in the box. That be all moved out of there. I still got to get the wood out in the back. There's wood structure, and then I was planning on filling that hole. But if you guys can fill the hole, that's fine. But I'm still taking the wood out of the area, because it's all framed in, and that stuff can be done. I just need to get a U-Haul, and I'll get all that stuff loaded up. That's in the house. That's in the garage.
Okay.
Deal with that later. So that'll all be gone. So you don't have to cost me because you don't have to clean nothing to happen. You might have to move something out.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll not take care of that. I'm the one taking care of that, so she doesn't know. I'll take this. Molly, stop it. I'll take this. I'll get the stuff out of there, Casey. Don't worry about it. If I don't, then you guys can deal with that, and you'll know ahead of time. Okay, perfect. So we'll go from there.
Yeah, agreed. Let's just, and I'll try to be the middle person to help you guys out here. So I agree. If Daryl gets it out, great. But my assumption is always that it's not gonna get moved, and I'm prepared to do it. So regardless, we'll take care of it.
Okay.
So let me show you guys the numbers, right? Because I think this is important. Because now that thank you so much for letting Brandon get out there. Let me pull this up really quick. Here we go.
You guys need to get it out there, so I didn't want to wait.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so here it is. So man, these are all. It's going to cost us more, but I'm going to show you guys. You guys are still. I'm still shooting to get you guys the same amount of money. Because all I did is I actually updated this to 90% instead of 80. But the rehab is considerably more, right? But what I did is I played with the numbers to still get you guys about the same. And then here's the scope, right? Like we're gonna do flooring throughout. We got drywall. We're gonna paint and do paint throughout the inside. We're gonna obviously be fixing and doing the front deck, demoing, and all the stuff with the pool. And that we're gonna have to fill that hole. The back deck, basically building a new. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll wait.
Trimming windows. Yeah, trimming windows, cabinets. This is kind of our work scope. Primary, bathroom, redo, plumbing, electrical. And we just gotta, I'll just be honest with you guys. I don't want don't take any offense to this, Daryl, but like when we do this, if I'm going to go resell it, I got to know that the work was done by like our professional contractors. So there's a lot of stuff we're just going to have to redo, and it sucks, but we just got to do it.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Because if not, the worst thing that can happen is we can't sell the house, right? Because I'll just tell you, these end buyers are going to pick anything apart, and they're going to bring inspectors. And if we don't do it right, as you guys know.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Molly, I'll have it done by I got taken care of it.
Cool. Well, here, I'll hop in. Hey, guys, real quick. I'll go ahead and time me in a second, but I want to make sure that you guys understand the quick updates, right? So I got your loan amount. Nothing has changed other than the rehab cost is more because it's a bigger scope, but I adjusted the profit share to 90%. So that's why if we sell it for $620, you guys get this much. If we sell it all the way for like $8, there's a big range, right? I think, and especially if we, like what you heard with the election and interest rates dropping, I think there's a chance we could sell it as high as like $820. In that case, you guys are getting $507. But exactly,
the problem
it's a great neighborhood.
If it's all fixed up, and ready for them to move in, that's the biggest thing.
Bingo. There we can all agree to something. You guys have nailed
Oh
it.
yeah,
You're
I know.
exactly
I agree
right.
with that all the time because I know that's what I was telling the people before. You need to fix it up. You can't just bring people in there scared. Everybody doesn't have a vision, so they can't see what it could really look like. You
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? And then that's where
Oh
they
yeah.
want to knock you
Buyers
down on
can't.
everything. You know? Yeah.
100%, and they will beat you up. Yep. So
Yeah.
okay, so go ahead. No, it will happen. Well, the wire will go through, right? So great question. So let's go there next, right? So I assume we're on the same page here. So guys, for this to happen on time, we need to have we need to have you. I'm going to send it as soon as we get off this call. I'm going to call her name's Heidi at the title company. I know she's been talking to you guys. I think Heidi's going to send a notary so you guys can sign all the documents. Once those are signed and once we can get over and change the locks, I'm going to press send on that wire tomorrow morning. That way they get it, they receive it, and then it'll stop the foreclosure and we'll be good. But I can't send that wire until I have you guys sign those, until you meet the notary and we could change the locks. So I just want to make sure we're on the same page there. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Well, you can change a lot. So if I'm still,
Let's go notary first, and we'll go locks. Go ahead,
yeah.
Molly. Tomorrow, first thing in the morning. I don't just because it's yeah. I'll check, but I think it's more likely first thing tomorrow. You know what? Notaries will come in the evening. Would you guys be okay to do it tonight?
I can go sign them today whenever you have them ready. I can sign them whenever you have them ready. I can go now if you have them. I can go now if they're ready. I can go whenever they need them to be signed. Yes,
You're
I'm right
breaking up a
here.
little bit, Daryl.
Oh, yeah, I don't have good perception or reception here. But anyway, I can go anytime. So I can go now, I can go in an hour or whatever.
Hey, here's a trick, Daryl. Try turning off your video real quick, and it might help. Turn off the video or hop back on. Yeah.
You know. Okay, there.
But while he's
That
doing
better?
that, Molly, yeah, I think if you guys could both, you know what, the notary can meet you both at the house. Is that what you're thinking tonight? Yeah,
It's fine. I mean, I'm just saying I can sign it because if I'm running around moving stuff out of here, I'm just trying to not break up my time like that. But it doesn't matter. Yeah,
I
I'll be
agree.
here
Well,
anyway.
I'll send them to you at the house tonight. And then, yeah, Daryl, back to your question. So tomorrow, I don't mind giving you through tomorrow to come change the locks tomorrow. Does that work?
Well, yeah, but
And then
what
just
I'm
get
saying
everything,
is
make
this.
sure you
So
get everything.
yeah. So here's what
Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to get at. So because there's a thing in Washington State too. So if you give up your once they change the locks, you're pretty much giving up your right to the house, and that's what I'm not willing to do that because I haven't received nothing for the house. You know what I mean? I understand you're doing the wire and everything like that, but it's just a total takeover, and then there's nothing. Then I can't come in the house or nothing. I don't mind that. But I mean, I still got to know. I understand that he's saying tomorrow, or as soon as he changed the locks. So I thought it was till Monday. I thought I was trying to get this stuff out. So is it?
Exactly.
We
So,
can't
and
wait
again,
till the wire to
I'm
go
okay with
Monday.
the wire's going to go tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
has
know.
to go
That's what I'm
tomorrow.
saying.
Otherwise,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can't wait till Monday. You're saying the wire. You won't do the wire until you change the locks. You can change the locks as long as I have a key or something. And I don't mind if you change the locks at all. That's fine. But I still need
you
the
know
key to
what?
get the stuff
How
for the
about this,
weekend.
Daryl? To give you some peace of mind in case you need something, if we think about this, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to send the wire. We're going to change locks, right? But why don't we change the locks, and then Daryl, I'll give you Brandon's number in case you need to come over. Let's say that there's something you couldn't get out of there. Daryl, then he could
Hmm.
unlock it for you. That way to give you some peace of mind in case there's something you don't get to by tomorrow. Would that be helpful?
Okay. Well, yeah, because well, yeah, I mean it's helpful. It helps a little bit, but I mean I'm not going to get half the stuff out of here till by tomorrow. I'll see what I can do today. Um, yeah.
Well, I gotta change. I'm just telling you guys, I lose all control, and I understand Daryl's perspective too. But I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not going to wire $50,000 and without having the locks changed and having possession, right? But I'm
No,
totally
what
fine
happened?
having
Yeah.
Daryl. Yeah, but I'll let
I'm
Daryl get
saying I don't
inside.
have
I'll
a
just have him
problem.
coordinate with Brandon.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. I don't have a problem with the changing the locks at all. I'm just saying that because the reason I'm saying that is because once that's done, then there's nothing. I mean, we haven't received any money for the house. Yeah, I understand you're selling 50,000. That's still so that's nothing. That's just the rears. Just that, if you had control of the house, you would still just be that's what it'd be. It wouldn't be nothing I'm getting. You know what I mean?
No,
I
I
mean, I
see
have
what
to
you
be
mean.
careful
Yeah,
too.
you're not getting any cash, but
The
that's
last
why.
thing I think
That's again why
most
you'll
people like.
sign the. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's why you'll with the title company too. Again, they're sending the notary. We're signing documents. It's protecting you to where you get paid on the back end, right? And that's why we're not just doing like a handshake. We're going through a title company to make sure you're
Yeah.
protected. But yeah, as you know, we gotta, because the other option is this goes to foreclosure and none of it matters and we lose everything, right? And there's no money at the back end. And granted, you'd get to stay in the house maybe another couple months, but there would be no pay. Then the whole payoff vanishes, But anyway, I think we're all on the same page there. But yeah, Daryl, does that ease your concerns though? As long as we'll change locks tomorrow, but I'm gonna,
Yeah, I
I'll
have
set
no
up a
problem
group
with
text
changing
with you,
locks.
Brandon.
That's,
Okay,
that's
and then
fine.
I'll set up a
Yeah,
group
that's
text.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'll get this stuff
Okay,
out of the house in here.
perfect.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm gonna put you on a text with me and Brandon, Daryl, to where if there's some, like, again, just shit happens, right? Tomorrow there might be some stuff you still need over the weekend. Daryl can go over there and lock for you and help you get it.
Okay, Brandon, you mean?
Brandon, yep.
Yeah, okay.
6. Let me try. But is it okay if it's later than that potentially?
Whatever time.
Okay, 7 p.m. tonight. Okay, I'll get that. I'll get those documents ready, and I'm gonna this spreadsheet I showed you guys earlier. Those numbers will be updated on all the documents, and yeah, and we'll go get going as long as those are signed. And yeah,
Okay.
good. I'm glad we're on the same page because we got a short timeline. Go ahead.
What? I know that. That's what I'm doing.
You got
That's
it.
what I've been
Daryl's got it, man. Daryl, I
Yeah,
appreciate you, man. I know this is not you don't have the fun. You got the least fun job, so I appreciate it.
yeah.
We'll get this done. Okay.
Okay, so then,
Sweet.
so 90 days you're looking at. So I need to figure out something I got to tell these people up here because I did the buying this other property on contingent of this, you know. So
Yep.
well, I
Yeah,
guess
and
I
you
have to
guys,
figure
like I
out
say,
something.
if you're looking at this, if you guys see my screen again, you'll have this will be in the contract, right? But again, this is the breakdown of it based on if we sell it for 620 all the way to 820. Again, the big variable we don't know is what we'll sell it for, but like I think we all talked about, we believe this is a good neighborhood. Interest rates are going to help us, but there's no guarantee we sell it for 820. I want you guys to know that, right? But
Oh
again,
yeah, I know that.
okay, go ahead. Yep, yeah. So we'll take over all the payments going forward. I've actually got that worked into like some of the holding costs, right? It's got our mortgage amount in there, so we pay that every month. Good question.
Holding cost stays the same. Your breakdown
Yeah,
didn't pop
that's
up on
just
my screen. So
yep. The holding cost,
okay.
yeah, holding cost didn't change. The only thing that changed was my rehab and then the percentage. But like I said, I'm just giving you
Okay.
more. I'm going to make a little bit less on the back end, but I wanted to make sure we could cover all the cost of the rehab.
Okay. I don't think your
So
rehab's
good.
going to be a
Okay,
whole
well I
lot
know.
more. I mean, anyway, we'll get it figured out.
Okay. All right, guys. Sounds good.
So
I'll
it'll all work out one way or another. So I'm not too worried about that.
That's right. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Sounds great. Thank you. See you guys.
Okay.